Are you guys in the market for a knife roll? If so, you're going to want to stay tuned because today we're going to be taking a look at this Kyoku chef knife roll. Now, if you haven't already, please consider supporting the channel by hitting that like and subscribe button. Now, quick disclaimer, Kyoku did send me this bag completely free of charge, and they're also paying me to review this item. However, Kyoku also understands that although this is a paid collaboration, this is not a promotional video, and that all of my reviews and feedback are 100% honest and of my own. Now let's go ahead and dive straight into the specs. Okay, so when this bag is rolled up, it is about 16 inches long. Now when you do unroll this bag, it is about 16 inches tall and 29 inches long. With that being said, if you have tools that are over 16 inches, it is not going to fit into this bag. Now when you unroll it, there are 10 dedicated slots for all of your knives and tools. There are 3 small utility loops right here, and they also have this detachable pouch right here. That is really nice that you can keep smaller items in there. It is actually big enough for you to fit like a small field notepad in there, which is really nice. And of course, your Sharpies and markers that keep getting lost or someone permanently borrows them. With all that being said, there are also these 2 flaps that add some additional protection for your knives when you roll them up. And what's really nice about these flaps is that underneath at the seam, they added this extra layer of leather right here. And this extra layer is really nice because it provides additional durability, and it also reduces the chances of any knife tips poking out of the knife bag causing any sort of injuries. Now, with all that being said, I always recommend using these plastic knife guards or keeping your knives in their wooden sights, okay? Reason being is that not only does it provide additional protection for your knives, it also adds an extra layer of protection for you whenever you're unpacking your knives. Now, I did consult with several of my professional chef friends, and they all synonymously agree that with this sort of knife rolls, definitely at the very least use these plastic knife guards. Now, when you do have your bag packed, you will secure it with these leather straps right here, and it is fairly secure, as you can see. And it also has a really nice durable leather handle right here. Or if you don't like to carry it with the handle, it also comes with some adjustable shoulder straps that you can hoist this thing around your shoulder and carry it. And on the back side of the bag, there's also a card slot where you can carry your business cards, which is really nice. Now onto the material and fit and finish. This bag is made primarily out of this wax canvas material and full grain leather. This bag also comes in 2 different colors. It is this brown one right here, and they also have a black option. Now, with the fit and finish, what I really looked at is the stitching and whether or not all of the parts are nicely evened out or spaced out, and all of the components are even, and all of the rivets are nice and tight in there, it's not loose. And when looking at this bag, I gotta say, I am pretty impressed with the quality build for the price point. All of the stitching are nice and straight, very nicely evened out. The stitching is nice and tight. There are no loose threads or any loose stitch anywhere that I can see, especially around the slots. They're very secured in there. And there also have these double threads within the slot's end, so they really took into consideration how much use and pulling that these slots will experience. So yeah, they added some double stitches at the very end to keep them a little bit more durable. Now, as far as components go, I looked at how evenly spaced out they are, and everything is spaced out very evenly. All of the brass rivets are nice and polished. There are no sharp edges on them. And when you look on the outside, when you look on all the leather pieces, they're very straight. They're nice and straight. And that both of these leather pieces right here for the straps are nice and evened out or spaced out. Now, with all this being said, let's go ahead and move on to the feedback. Now, here is the initial review and feedback that I have for this knife roll. The very first thing I would like to mention is, although I love that it has 10 dedicated slots, I would love to see 2 of these slots be merged into one large pocket or one large slot that you can utilize for larger items such as the mandolin or even a leather strap that you can use on a daily basis, that you will use on a daily basis. Because realistically, and I could be wrong here, since everybody is different, they carry different stuff in their bags, but you will probably carry 4, 5, 6 knives max, right? And the rest of the slots are probably going to be for other tools. And I would love to sacrifice 2 of those slots for a mandolin, or like I said, a leather strap that I can utilize to maintain my knives. Now, the next thing, which is a little bit nitpicky, is I would love to see that this extra piece of leather that is underneath the flap be also on the other side. So I would love to see the leather strap, or the leather piece, not leather strap, the extra piece of leather on the underside of the roll as well. Because if, let's just say you lost one of your knife guards, right? The chances of the knife sticking out on this inside roll, if it sticks out on the inside roll, chances of it like cutting you or injuring you is a little bit lower. But if it sticks out on the outside and you're carrying it, it can very easily nick you or nick somebody else, and we don't want that, right? So I would love to see that extra piece of leather be on the inside as well. Now, lastly, this is the biggest one for me, and can potentially be a deal breaker for some of you guys, is that I would love for this bag to be longer, that I can fit larger knives in. Because for those of you guys like myself who uses a 240 millimeters Gyuto as your daily driver, the 240 is not going to fit in here whatsoever, especially ones with the Y handle. It is just way too long, and it, like, this flap wouldn't even flap over it. So, and that's without any plastic guard or saya, just the knife itself. It's not going to fit in there. However, if you use like a 9-inch chef knife with a Western style handle, depending on the handle size or the handle length, it will fit in here. Because I'm able to get this 9-inch Tengshan slicer in here with a Western handle and a saya, and it fits in here just right. Now, it is a snug fit when you roll it up, but it will still close up without anything protruding out. Now, with all that being said, if your daily drivers or all of your knives are below 9 inches and you don't use anything super long, this bag will more than accommodate whatever you need to carry. But if you do use a 240 and that is your main knife, this is probably not going to be the bag for you. Now, with all that being said, this concludes our review for this Kyoku knife roll. Thank you, Kyoku, for sending over this knife roll for us to review. And I hope you guys do like this video. If you guys do like this video, please hit that like and subscribe button. It would mean the world to me. Help me support all of this madness. And I will see you guys next week. Bye.